The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is SeeingEagles.com. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, alongside Carson-Newman head softball coach Vickee Kazee-Hollifield. Vic, congratulations. First conference opening doubleheader sweep since 2011. Really get the front foot started out right against the Queens Royals. Hold off a rally in the first game before you put the foot to the accelerator in game two and win it running away. How important was it to get these two and start off conference play 2-0?
It's very important. It's important to get any conference, victory that you can. And Coach from Queens, we were speaking before the game, just the parity, in our conference, and just how tough it was going to be. What
did it take for this team? You'd suffered through 3 straight splits in doubleheaders to come through and play 14 solid innings throughout.
I'm a firm believer it starts with pitching, it ends with pitching, and both pitchers were really, really on today. And when those two girls are on, we've got a chance really in any ball game.
And then on the flip side of that, batting, timely 2-out hitting came through in a big way, especially in game 2. You scored 3 runs in the third, all with 2 out. I believe every run, you scored 4 in the 6th, all of that came with 2 out. What was it about the approach at the plate that allowed you to be successful late in innings, so to speak?
Well, I can tell you we're not practicing every day, say, hey, let's get 2 outs and then start hitting. But what we are trying to do is to really clamp down when we got runners in scoring position. It's time to go to work. And a couple of times early in game 1, we didn't do that, but we could make life so much easier really on ourselves if we just really go to work, be very pitch selective when we got runners in scoring position, and that's an area that I think we can only get better in. I really do. And if we can key in on that, this little team, which I don't say this very often, Adam, we're extremely young. We are, and maybe some people say I say that all the time, but this team is very, very young. But I think the sky's the limit. I don't know exactly what I will do this year. I know that we're just fighting to win every conference game that we can and see what happens.
Well, your youth came through in a big way. We talked about Lindsey Dean, that's a sophomore, grand slam in game 1. Cheyenne Bowles clocks her first home run in 52 at-bats, a 3-run jack in game 2. You think about that, what's it mean that some underclassmen carried the load for you offensively today?
Well, I don't talk about my sports information director a lot, but prior to the game, if you'll recall, you said to me, Vic, if those sophomores turn the corner, it could be something special for you. Well, let me tell you, I used that in my pregame, and that's the truth. We've got some very, very talented sophomores. Believe me, I teach and pray and hope for a team concept, but those sophomores can give an awful lot to this team, and I put a lot of pressure on them. I'm not saying, hey, you're a little sophomore, come on. I'm expecting big things out of them.
You mentioned your pitching earlier. What did Danielle Kranz and Allie Webster do to keep Queens off balance throughout the doubleheader?
Well, Coach Graves did a great job calling pitches. I want to give him credit for that. But they hit their spots, and we'll just leave it at that. But they really did. They hit their spots today. Had very, very good command of their pitches.
Not quite a lengthy turnaround, typical 3-day turnaround. Just feels weird going from a Friday to a Monday, but you welcome in Mars Hill, the Lions, to start off next week. What do you have to do between now and Monday to get ready for the Lions?
We're just staying with the same game plan. I mean, every sport in America says this, everybody interviewing hears this, but we're just trying to get better, and we really are. So, again, if they keep a team concept, which they're very team-oriented, I don't mean that, but it's going to take everybody is my point there. It's got to be pitching, it's got to be defense, and it's got to be hitting. And I say you win 2 out of 3 categories, we got a great chance.
All right, Vic, thanks for the time. Congrats on the sweep.
Thank you, Adam.
It's Carson-Newman head softball coach Vickee Kazee-Hollifield. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, and this is SeeingEagles.com.